guys, Michael Kiehm,
Brenda Ritchie here.
and we're back. Another great tip for you. This tip is called bringing them in. Bringing them in just means bringing the lady into a closed position or bringing your partner into a closed position, maybe to hit a break in the music or just to slow down and soften things up a little bit. There's a lot of ways of doing this, and I'm going to use one that I like to do. It's from a cross hand hold. I like an accelerated turn, something that actually gets the lady spinning, and then I pick her up from the spin and put her in the picture step. So I'm going to step out of the way on the count of 1, 2, doing a small prep lead. Counts 1, 2. On 2, I'm splitting over to the right side because I want to create some speed here. I'm actually going to go around the corner, backing up while I'm taking the hand slowly up to over the top of the lady's head, then down around into the back, and then releasing the hand and catching at the back. Then from here, I'm going to draw the lady towards my left side. And for those of you guys leading ladies that don't really know how to do this very well, you can take your left arm, and you can put it right up underneath her arm, and then you lift it and pull it. So you're actually pulling that hand up and over towards your shoulder and onto your neck. So I'm going to pull it over. You can see how I'm placing it on the neck. Then I drop the hand down to the shoulder blade and go into a small squatting position to keep the lady in connection with me. From here, I'm going to stand rotating to the right. I want her to step over my right leg with her left leg. That gets my leg in between, creating a pivoting action. I'm going to keep pivoting around her. And then we're going to use a triple step. And that gets us right back into our open basic position hold. So 1 and 2. So let's take a look at that again. We're going to go from the right hand to right hand hold, moving 1, 2, 3, and 4, and catching on 5, down on 6, and you can hold this for as long as you want. You come up pivoting, 2 steps, 1, 2, triple step. Easy movement to get out of. The pivot sometimes can be a little bit crazy, because you got to keep that leg in between. And ladies, when you feel that connection, don't take your right leg out. Leave it in. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and a catch. Bring her back up, turn with her, and triple step. Now when I'm catching her, I'm trying to keep everything straight up and down. So my spine is staying straight. I'm shifting weight to the opposite leg, to my right leg. So we're both on the right leg at this point. Sometimes you'll get the urge to want to go the same direction, but that causes a lay back. And that means you're going to be carrying weight. So I really want to be onto my right leg, which keeps her straight up and down.
So ladies, on this one, you're going to a really fast spin. So you want to make sure that you are syncopating your steps and you're keeping them very close and tight together. The wider the steps, the more you're going to be traveling, and this isn't really a traveling turn. So he's bringing us in on 1, 2, and I make sure that I keep my feet nice and tight, and I'm syncopating 3 and 4 and you notice I lifted my steps just a little so you could see them, but you're not going to do that when you're turning, obviously. So very, very small steps. At this point, I feel the hand on my back, so I want to make sure that I'm clearing my left arm to get that out of the way.
Good idea.
And I'm making sure that my right hand is available for him. So it's available, and I'm saying, okay, what do you want at this point? He's going underneath. Now, what if the guy didn't go underneath? As he brings me in, I would naturally wrap my arm around him. Okay? Another point I want to make. Ladies, don't assume it's a dip. You're going to fall. You could hurt yourself. You could hurt him. So coming into this, I think, okay, keep my own balance. Feel where he's at. I'm feeling him sitting down, so I'm going to sit with him. So don't think automatically, fast spin, roll in, dip. Okay? Too much.
If he's not ready for that, you can hurt his back. So it's much better to come in an upright position and let him set it back if he's going to do that.
Right. So don't end up on the floor. Okay? So from here, once again, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and into our sit. Now, coming up into the pivot, ladies, you want to make sure that you're stepping around him with your left leg. I keep my right leg nice and tight to his and keep it underneath. So the left leg is the one that's going around, and the right one is staying with him, tripling out, coming out of that.
And this is a basic rule for pivots in general. The pivot is when you're connected together making the turn. When the man pulls the right leg out, or when the leader pulls the right leg out, the pivot is done. So followers, if you pull your right leg out, you end the pivot when he's not trying to end it. So you need to keep contact when he makes that point of contact.
Right.
So when she steps in, we could be in this position for a lot of steps. We don't know how far, we don't need to travel, they could be in one place. But as soon as I'm done doing this, all I need to do is take the right leg out from in between, and that ends the pivoting action. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do a basic movement first. We'll do sugar pushes to get things moving. Switch hands to the right hand, then back around her quickly. Up on her, wait for her, position her, pivot her around, triple step, do your rock back, a tuck, and a release. This is an intermediate to advanced variation, obviously, so beginners, you might want to leave this one alone for a little bit until you feel more comfortable with your basics. But we're going to show you what this looks like with the music. Stick around.